Hi everyone, welcome back again. In our last video, we have installed all the relatable packages which are needed for this web API. So today we are going to create the folder structure and the files for this project. So as we have discussed in our earlier videos that this application have multiple layers, and for these multiple layers we have the first entry point, that is controller. So I'm going to click over here and click in on this folder icon, and I'll create the folder called controllers. And after that we need more folders, controllers. Then we need models. Not here, it should be here. New folder, models. And after that I'll create another folder that is going to be DTOs are basically for the request and response shape, and models are basically the database entity, how the database tables are created. Similar structure will be here in models class. Now next I'm going to create the service folder. It will be again services, and services are required for the implementation, the business logic we discussed in our earlier videos. And after that we need another folder, that is data. So it will be datas, or we can call it simply data. And this data is basically the EF core DB context. And after that we are good at this moment. So first of all, I'll start creating the model. Now, if you are familiar with the .NET application or any other backend technology, models are basically the exactly the similar kind of data structure or object which is going to be stored into our database table. So I'll create one file here, and it will be product.cs. And here I'm going to have namespace, and this namespace I'm going to simply provide the namespace of product, the actual project name, product catalog API. Because all, if any other files, I mean other files, when we are looking for this model, it needs to be come from the same root, that is product catalog API. And dot models, it means we are asking, we are telling our project that this particular file is available under this root folder and then the models folder. As simple as it is. Now here I'm going to provide the class, that is public class product. And here I'm going to define the actual product table. That is, first I need an ID for our product, that is public int. I'm taking int at this moment for simplicity of ID. That's going to be get and set, and it is going to be primary key, and the entity framework will auto increment this ID. After that I need the product name, which is going to be string, and then name, and again it will be get and set. And then here I'm going to provide the string dot empty. Now why we are going to use string dot empty? This will never be null and avoids warning. So because of that we are going to provide this string dot empty. Rest I'm going to provide, let me copy this part of line, it is going to be almost same. So it is going to be description, and then I'm going to take the price, and for price it's going to be decimal data type, then price, again similarly get and set. After that, I need to provide the product stock. It means how much it is available in the stock. So again, public int stock get and set. After that, we need to have this created at date time. So public date time created at and get set equals to, it is never going to be empty obviously. So date time dot, I'm going to pick UTC now. All right, so our product.cs or the model has been ready. Now if whenever we run this entity framework command, it will give me this kind of SQL query, which is going to be create table, and the table name is going to be products, and products will have this ID. This is going to be int, then not null, and then identity, primary key, then comma, the name, it is going to be in varchar, and the value by default it will take max, and then not null, and similarly all the others. For and it will go on like this. For the data type string, it takes in varchar. For decimal, it will take a decimal. For int, it will take int as it has already taken for the ID. So this is the way it is going to be defined by the entity framework for querying into our table. I'm not going to use it over here because this is going to be taken care by entity framework. I'm going to delete this part, and that was basically for making you understand how entity framework creates a table from this model.